Today, I want to tell you this one thing. If you knew the one truth about habits, you'd change yours immediately. So, real quickly, my name is Dr. Lori Marbus. I'm a board certified family and lifestyle medicine physician who loves to tell people and help people well, maybe guide, that's a better word, to understand that their daily actions have such huge impact and how to architect and cultivate these habits that will literally change your life. So, I have a story for you, real quick. So, back in the early 1990s, there was a young entrepreneur who had a choice. He had built a very small but promising business, but it wasn't going the way he had hoped. Every day he woke up, he answered the emails, put out fires, and felt like he was working hard, but nothing was really changing. Have you been there before? Have you felt like you're just always putting out little fires and you just never have a moment to just get stuff done? But one day he met a mentor, right, who told him something that really shocked him. He says, "You're not failing because you lack opportunity. You're failing because of your habits." Now, the mentor went on, "Right now, your habits are stealing from your future. You think you're working, but you're just staying busy. Every small decision, every daily routine is either pushing you towards success or pulling you away from it. You have to stop living for the urgent and start living for the important." Now, from that moment, this young man went home that night and wrote down everything, every habit he had, the way he spent his mornings, how he reacted to stress, how he avoided discomfort, and where his time actually went. Now, the realization was brutal, but very, very important. It had to be done because what he found out, he was sabotaging his own success. Now, he changed everything, how he started his day, how he prioritized deep work over distractions, how he trained his mind to focus on those long-term results instead of the short-term ease. The result, that within 5 years, he had built a company well worth over $10 million. Now, the difference wasn't luck, it wasn't talent, it was habit. And then the truth is, your habits are either silently stealing from your future or securing it. So let's talk a little bit about the truth about habits that no one tells you. Most people assume that habits are just small routines, things that might help, but don't really make or break your future. And that is a lie. Your habits are not neutral. They are either one, compounding in your favor, building momentum, health, success, and resilience, or they're compounding against you. They actually are creating stress, keeping you stuck, and robbing you of potential. So every action you take is a vote for the person you are becoming. The problem is most people don't realize what they're voting for until it's too late. So let's talk about it. Do you think your habits are stealing from your future? Well, it's time for a reality check. Let's take an honest look at your habits and ask yourself a few questions. Number one, are my physical habits investing in my future? Do I eat in a way that gives me energy or drains me? Do I move my body regularly or am I letting my health slip away? Do I sleep enough to function at my best or am I running on fumes? Neglecting your body is like driving a car with a slow oil leak. It will not break down immediately, but one day the engine will fail. Number two, are my mental and emotional habits strengthening or weakening me? Do I focus on solutions or problems? Do I talk to myself with encouragement or criticism? Do I let stress control me or do I control my response to stress? Your mind it's either a weapon or a prison. You better train it wisely. Number three, are my productivity and growth habits taking me where I want to go? Do I spend time learning and improving, or do I default to entertainment? Do I avoid hard work and do I lean into my challenges? Do I set goals and execute them, or do I just hope for the best? Because every wasted hour is a brick removed from your future success. So let's talk a little bit how to break the cycle and build the habits that secure your future. So if you've realized that, let's say some of your habits are stealing from your future, the good news is you can absolutely start changing them today. So here's a 3-step little framework I created for you. First is apply the 10-year rule. Ask yourself this simple question. If I keep doing this every day for the next 10 years, will I be closer to my goals or further away? And if the answer isn't positive, like straight up, yes, not a maybe or, or no, definitely you should get rid of it. But if it's not a true yes, that habit probably needs to go or at least be tweaked. Step two, the habit swap method. So if you can't just eliminate a habit, you must replace it. So instead of, let's say, ah, mindless scrolling, what I call the death scroll, replace it with intentional learning, maybe books or podcasts. So instead of avoiding challenges, replace it with daily courage building just by taking some smaller risks so you get used to the discomfort. Number three is instead of negative talk, replace it with affirmations that rewire your brain for success. And then step three is become the future you today, right? So stop thinking of habits as something you should do. Instead, become the person who naturally does them. So instead of saying, I need to work out, say, I am. That statement, I am, is so important. I am the kind of person who prioritizes my health. So instead of, I should be more productive, say, I am someone who gets things done. When you change your identity, your habits will follow automatically. Now, remember, your future self is watching. Right now, you are standing at a crossroads, right? One path leads to a future where you wake up in 5 years grateful for what you've built, those strong habits that you worked on so hard to build today. And then the other leads to a future where you wonder where all your time went and wonder why success felt out of reach this whole time. Your future self is watching. Don't forget that. Will your future self say thank you, or will they wish they changed their habits sooner? Really, the choice is yours, my friends. So I hope you found this message at least something to think about, because I've been thinking a lot about it today and look back on my habits that I built long term. Maybe I'll spend some time on how I went through medical school with 3 kids, a dual degree program, and published 7 books at the same time with the grandmother who had breast cancer and a stroke while I was in medical school, and a husband that drove 100 miles one way each day for work for 2 years. And people ask, how did you do that? I was like, I did a day at a time, and I put systems in place without even actually really realizing it that only allowed me to succeed. One day at a time and systems at work. And so I hope you'll take this and at least think about it and see how you can apply it to your own life. And as always, thank you for being here. I'm sending gratitude, joy, love, and healing your way, because boy, don't we all need more of that in this world. Have a great day, everyone.